in terms of how we can build resilience, one of the key things I think is sort of individually looking at the body because you can have all the right software, but if the hardware isn't really working, then you're a bit screwed. So asking, am I getting enough sleep? We know that sleep deprivation is a torture technique. And so just looking at, if I last night I was feeling really down and I was like, gosh, I feel really depressed. God, I hope I'm not getting depressed. I went to sleep and I woke up and I felt so much better. I was exhausted. So are we getting enough sleep? Are we drinking enough water? Are we doing enough exercise? Are we taking time out for ourselves? Just really having that opportunity to reflect on how we're treating the body within. And then I teach something called, I teach a sort of method for reviewing your resilience called BRAVE. So the B stands for body, the R stands for relationship, the A stands for acknowledge. So really acknowledging the situation. For example, have I just got too many things on my plate? Am I just expecting too much of myself? The V is for venture. So the venture is really important because venture is all about taking action. Because I can often find that when I'm feeling kind of low and a kind of less resilience, it's because I'm maybe sitting in the quagmire limbo of, oh gosh, I don't know what to do and I've got analysis paralysis and actually when I just start taking small actions, when I start to control the controllables, if you know Stephen Covey's circle of control, circle of concern, we can't affect a lot of the things that are in our circle of concern. That might be, for example, like restructures, it might be changes in leadership, it might be changes in businesses priorities. All of those things are outside of our control. What can we control? What can we change? Well, we can change or define what are our boundaries. We can define things like who we're having lunch with, who we're spending our time with. We can define what projects we're working on. So just starting to look at how can we control the controllables and what small actions we can take, I always find helps me personally to think about how I can sort of move out of a challenging environment. And the last letter is E. And the E is for easy on yourself. Because I don't know about you, but I can be my own worst critic and I wouldn't be friends with the person in my head. There's two voices in my head, the angel, the devil, the fixed mindset, the growth mindset, system one, system two, chimp, human, whatever version of this that you want to talk about. Essentially, there's two voices, right? And a lot of the time we just need to give the inner child, Alicia, a hug and say, I know things are tough and I love you and it's all going to be okay. And it's okay to feel a bit down in the dumps right now.
Some days, because you don't have to. Depression's obviously a lot more longer term thing, isn't it? I love the fact. I mean, the Stephen Covey thing is great, and the fact don't worry about what you can't control. I mean, as soon as you were talking about that, then I'm like, Rachel Reeves. That's what I can't control. I cannot control the budget and NI that they keep increasing, and the tax keeps increasing. They keep increasing taxes. Oh, businesses are suddenly struggling. I wonder why. Nothing we can do about that. That we've got to try and control the things that we can within our own business environment. So yeah.
Exactly. Like, for example, yeah, you can't change NI, but you might be like, okay, rather than hiring people, I'm going to work more on a project basis with freelancers. And perhaps I'm going to add a bit more of a buffer into my budget for this year because I don't know what might be coming down the pipes from the Treasury and things. So it can actually help us to perhaps mitigate some of the challenges that we might.
Thank you for listening to Embracing Marketing Mistakes. We really hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please do hit the subscribe button wherever you get your podcasts.
Have coming down the way for us.